All right. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Skate Park Mark Creates a Skateboard. And this time, I am actually creating 3 skateboards that were donated by Jason Greer. Went to high school with Jason. And Jason, he was a year younger than me, I think. Now he owns a very successful company in Seattle. They make apps. They're called Genui. And Jason reached out. He saw what I was doing, heard it through the grapevine. I think he might have heard it through Dylan Brown. Thank you, Dylan, for passing on such good vibes. So Jason Greer did a triple donation. And he said, yeah, let's just do something with a tire swing. So here I am, working on a skeleton in a tire swing. Of course, we got to make this skaterific. So the skater's got a little edge. I thought, a little skeleton in on a tire swing would be a good place to start. So here I am, and running through the creation of these boards 2,000% speed here. I just record my screens. Then I speed them up, and of course I narrate them here. And this particular 2,000% speed video is 20 minutes long, which will demonstrate a lot of the struggles that Skate Park Mark endured while trying to create this. When Jason said that he had this in mind, I had an artist in mind who would do an amazing job. She, her last name is Weed. She lives in Helena. She did this box, this electrical box artwork in Missoula, and I just loved it. And I just thought, oh man, I want to reach out to this lady and see if she'll do this theme for me. So I did, and she got back to me. She had just had a kid, and she didn't know how time was going to be. And I didn't press it, and I didn't hear back from her for a long time. I'm trying to remember if I reached out a couple times. I think I did, but in any case, it became apparent that I was going to have to maybe create my own artwork. And this is, I just like things to be good, and I'm like a novice at drawing, so I just knew, and I just generally know that it's a better product, it's better for everyone's time if I sort of do my search the internet for pictures, pirate them a little bit, just take bits and pieces of previous other people's artwork, basically, repurpose it, create it into kind of a new composition. And it's not entirely authentic. Of course, here I am. Look at this bird. This is the least authentic thing ever. And I'm putting it on these boards. However, here's me, and I drew a tree. Here's a tree. You can see that tree I drew. And then I drew a little kid in a tire swing. And sadly, it just doesn't look good. It's just, this guy looks crazy. And it's just not a very good drawing. However, I'm still learning, and I'm refining my skills. Good news, I've done a few drawings since that look a little bit better. But what's fun too, though, is I can take this picture, and then what I'll do is I use this Photoshop app on my phone that has all these filters, and then I just run these pictures through these filters to see, if any other color variation would be better. And so that's what I have here, is you'll see this kid with a lot of different colors and kind of styles, and that's because I've run him through this Photoshop filter on my phone, and then I kind of put him back in here. And And I'm trying to be color conscious here. I've got some brown, some green that's kind of prevalent here. And I don't know if those are going to be the right, mix for the board. Sometimes these boards, they are not, earth tones maybe are not necessarily the most fun for skateboards. I don't know. The wood that the artwork is on is, wood, so that's good. But then it kind of, I don't know, just as an artist, I think I like to put, more of a plastic, synthetic kind of element on the board. I thought this would look kind of cool when I made him kind of black and white. And this tree I traced, that's a Photoshop filter too. That's like that makes everything like a line drawing. So here's, I've turned everything except the green parts of the tree. Black and white. And I think that looks kind of good. All right. Okay. So as I narrate this, as we fumble through different looks of our funky kid on a tire swing and our funky trees, it's a process. And is it going to go on a skateboard and get donated to a kid? Absolutely. Is the kid going to shred it? Absolutely. Doesn't matter that it's a good graphic. Yeah, well, for the first initial impression, it does. And for the annals of history, it does. In all functionality, though, this artwork's going to get shredded in 2 seconds by these kids, which is sort of the beauty of it. All right, so now I'm kind of trying to go black and white with this tree kind of coming out of some darkness. And still just working, grinding it out. This is a grind. And I've found too, just through different designs, any design that you do that doesn't just come out with ease, if it comes out tedious, I mean, it can be wrought, but tedious. And if you're just having to work to make it look good, it's probably a sign that it's just not good from the start and you should just stop. But that's not my technique, man. I will take an ugly design and I will grind and grind and grind, and I will try to make it look good. I will put lipstick on that pig, or whatever the saying is. And, what's funny is ultimately I did these and I proofed him out to Jason, and he's like, let's not go with, let's go with this one. Of course, absolutely. In the back of my mind, I'm like, man, what am I doing? This tree, it's an original Skate Park Mark artwork, though. If nothing else, it exists in this video. At the end of this video, you'll see the boards that we actually decided to go with, and they're solid. And you'll see that it's less is more concept. And having donated them, I am pleased to say that the kids loved them, and I think maybe all the parents said, "You did that?" to me, to the artwork, because they were impressed. They wouldn't have been impressed if I would have thrown this guy in there. Although, look how cool he is with that skateboard. The outtakes. This looks like some kind of flag with these vertical color bars. I don't know about that. Looks like I was listening to a little bit of Illinois. I have to check that one out. It's real mellow. And that's maybe the problem too, is I'm just listening to something that's just a little too mellow. I need to put on something more hardcore. get more into the skating vibe. Although I do look, retired swing. Never tired swing. Tire swing. Okay, I'm playing around with the word tire here. And this is where things get fun too, is I love doing it, playing around with different fonts. And that looks cute, the little kind of, just, I don't know if that's a typewriter style font, whatever it is. It's cute. Tire swing. Here's our kid on a tire swing. Still swinging. Still swinging. The skeleton's cool though. He's got a nice locomotion going. I like that one. All right, so here we've transitioned into a new effort, the silhouette tire swing kid. So how simple? We're simplifying. We're getting rid of all of the details of actually their face and everything. And now we're just going with a silhouette. And here I am looking at different kids. And here's a girl. She's not on a tire. She's on a swing. Still a good looking silhouette. And the trees. Oh, I would love to be able to draw trees. And this is something I got to work on. Because it seems like I'm looking at trees a lot. And I'm doing a lot of clipping of trees. And I'm finding a lot of tree graphics out there to use in all sorts of things. So, hey, let's give it up for trees. I'm really into trees right now. My new favorite tree is the subalpine fir, which I have recovered some of the needles from a stash up at the Leak Creek Campground. I thought that the Leak Creek Campground was too low of an elevation for the subalpine fir. Turns out I was wrong. I think that they might have been planted there, but the Leak Creek Campground is full of subalpine fir, and their needles, I have heard, smell wonderful. They're very fragrant. Although I lost my smelling with COVID, but it's kind of coming back. Anyway, trees, subalpine fir. Now, these are not subalpine fir. This is a big deciduous tree, maybe an oak tree. Oh, here I am with the radiant. I always like to throw radiants in there. This is a sun radiant. They're super easy to trace. And then you just have all these pieces of a radiant to work with. They're great. It's great. Oh, here's another thing. This is kind of fun. Put things inside of a crystal ball. And here I am with this girl, and she's got kind of a galaxy intergalactic background, and she's timeless. She's eternal. She's in the crystal ball, and she is the future. We're reading the future here, and it's a girl on a swing. I love it. All right, so now I'm looking for some kind of table at some low angle picture so I can get some sort of base for a crystal ball, so it's not just sitting in space. And here I am putting some kind of block. And this is something interesting too. I tried skewing the perspective on a lot of this stuff. So it sort of looks like it's maybe going out into the distance at a, kind of an angle, a different perspective. And you will see in this video coming up that the next step of this particular design is to add some words, some words. The thing is I wanted the words to be like the background. So the background is it's a sort of perspective. So I had to make all these words at that perspective. And you will see, even at 2,000%, my computer chokes up on this. The processing of this font, converting it to outlines, so then you can skew it and change the perspective and the warp. Man, it's taxing. So I think I've gone out and gotten some Don Quixote text because I think I saw the La Mancha in there. Don Quixote's always probably good text to put in onto something. And here I am trying to change the perspective of a bunch of vector graphics. And there's my computer slowing down. Here I am waiting patiently for it to process. Oh, looks like I got it on that. Oh, that's what it looks like. La Mancha. The Man from La Mancha. Don Quixote. By Cervantes. And of course, Cervantes didn't write it though. He just heard it from a guy who wrote it down. All right, so we're changing the angles. That looks really cool. And stylish little hand been used over and over and over throughout time, basically. Maybe I'll have to create my own hand too at some point. Because I seem to put that in a lot of graphics too, that little hand. The drawing hand. And here I am working on some tablets that our inspirational quote might be written on. And this is once again me trying to change. You can see up there, I've got the perspective tool out. I'm working on this 3D thing. Oh, it was, I would say, wrought is the word. It was a grind. And then I think I proofed it out, or something happened where Jason got back to me and he said, no, use this text. So because he has some poems that mean something to him and his girls. And so this is me working on those. Jason went ahead and actually bought 2 boards for his girls. So he donated 3, and then he even went farther and he just bought 2. And you can do that. They're for sale, and I don't know if I actually have any on hand. So it's not necessarily in the Formazula store at the moment. There is stuff in the store, though, you can go and buy. But if anybody wants just a skateboard designed by Skate Park Mark, we can do that. We can do that. But I still keep all of the donation boards, of course, 100% original. So I would never give a kid who's applied for a skateboard a board that somebody else, a design or a graphic that somebody else already has and is shredding. It's just kind of makes it a little more special to tell the kid that this is a one-off, this is original. You're the only person in the world that has this. So that's always fun. And I do that. And I try to, and I do that with all the boards, quite frankly. These are all one-offs, and I think they're always going to be one-offs that I do the artwork on. Although I might be able to procure some artwork and then sell it en masse in my store. That's an idea too. And that would, of course, nobody would have the original on that one. But that's beside the point, because now looks like we're getting somewhere. We got some nice little backgrounds that we're adding here. I'm adding a little white background so the hand is not just see-through. We've got this. We have 2 poems. Jason has 2 daughters. Bring me the sweet, bring me the bitter. Just reading that poem there. And then I put one for one daughter, you got one, and then you got the other. And flipping the hand didn't really work, so one of the boards has a hand. One of the boards doesn't. And we're kind of playing around with some different looks. And we like that girl in that swing.
And this is just a beautiful sunset. I'm just grabbing a little bit of it, using it in that crystal ball. And here, looks like I might be exporting. And so, this is the first board that we went with. The second for the donation boards. And then our third. And they were donated. Thank you so much, Jason. Appreciate all the help. And I hope everyone has a great day. And if you want to check out what's new, you can always visit 4Missoula.com. The number 4, the word Missoula.com. And check out the latest skateboard donations. We're donating skateboards to low-income kids in Western Montana. Thanks a lot. Hope you have a great day. Bye.